Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bram. I post videos Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays all about luxury fashion shopping, lifestyle, travel, all that stuff. So if those are things that you are interested in, I would love it if you would head down there, hit the subscribe button, press the notification button so that you are notified when I upload Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So we're going to do a fast video today because I am losing light very quickly and I don't have a ring light. So I want to make sure that I get this done before it's pitch black outside. We have about, I don't even know how long I have, very, very little time. So, but I waited till the last minute to shoot this because I was waiting for a few deliveries so that I could show you guys what we have going on. I am going to be talking today about the best dupes that I found online for some pretty popular items. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. Some really, really great, and I have a lot of them here because I wanted to test the quality and all that stuff before I gave you guys any recommendations. So I have most of them here. Some of them I do not have, and I'm just going to be inserting pictures as we go. I don't necessarily have both the designer version and the dupe version. I have one or the other. So some of them I have the designer versions, and I'm going to show you some good dupe versions. And some of them I have the dupe versions, and I'll show you the originals. All right. So let's get into it. First thing, the Schiaparelli toe heels, right? I don't know. I don't really know what they're called. I'm going to post it here. They are, and I don't have either one of these. This one I couldn't get on time. I found a really great dupe from, I don't even know what brand it's from, but I'm going to post it here. So anyway, these pumps are, they're not my style, but as I see them, as it usually happens to me, as the more and more I'm seeing them, the more I'm actually liking them. So would I wear them? I don't know, but I know that there's a lot of people that really love them. Schiaparelli, all their items are extremely expensive, whether they're shoes, bags, clothing, jewelry, just all of their items are just like very, very expensive. And so I think for something as crazy as this, if you're not like a real like if you're not a real fashion girl and you're not going to be using this for like years to come, I think that the dupe is probably the better way to go, in my opinion, with this specific piece. Anyway, I found a pair of heels that I think are pretty incredible, and they're not exact, but they give you the vibe. They have the gold toes and everything, and I think that they're a great option if you don't want to spend, I don't know, $3,000 on a pair of shoes. You know. All right, next ones. I have the real version of this. These are the Chanel Mary Janes. So I got these sometime over the summer. I actually have not worn them yet because they are a little big for me. I am usually a 40. These are a 41, and I was able to get that just because this has this elastic back, and they were completely sold out. These were like almost impossible to get my hands on. So I ended up just picking up whatever they had, tried them on. They're comfortable and everything, but I haven't worn them yet. I haven't found a time to wear them, but they're very beautiful. They have these like charms on the strap, right? And I tracked down a pair that are like a tenth, I don't know if they're a tenth, let's say like a fifth of the price. Maybe actually a little more. Maybe they are, no, they're not a tenth, but they're definitely like an eighth of the price, give or take. And they are from Jeffrey Campbell. I'm going to post them here. And I have not seen them, but I do think that Jeffrey Campbell tends to have really good dupes of, you know, designer or they're just designer inspired designs. And I think that his quality is, I mean, it's not a cheap shoe. You're not getting this off of Amazon. I usually run true to size with Jeffrey Campbell. It's usually not an issue for me. I don't really have any. I've seen some reviews that say that they run small or whatever. For me, that's not the case. But I think that these Mary Janes are a really good dupe for those. And he has them in a few different colors. So I'll link them. Everything is going to be linked down below. Next, now I showed you this on what I got last week. You saw my shopping vlog for my Friday shopping vlog, not vlog, my Friday shopping haul for my weekly haul. I posted this. This is from Amazon. It is a dupe of the Bottega Veneta Andiamo clutch. And I just spoke to you guys about what really good quality I think this is. It's obviously not leather. Everything else is pretty much the same. It has this little like knot tie lock situation, and the inside is just a slip pocket. on that side, slip pocket on this side. It comes with a long strap. So unlike the original does not have place to hang a longer like crossbody or shoulder strap. This one does, which I think is a nice detail personally, so that if you do not like a clutch and if you did want to use this any other way, you have the option. And you also have the option to obviously, you know, just hold it like this or under your arm. So this one I think is great. Obviously, a fraction of the price. I want to say there's a few of these on Amazon. Again, I'll link them below, especially I'll link the one, you know, that I purchased because I think this is really good quality. And I want to say it was like $79, give or take, 69 or 79. So really good deal. Came overnight to me, as you know, as Amazon does, and really good option. All right, next, I do not have either one of these items. This is the Chloe belt. So I'm going to pop a picture up here. It is, I really think it's so cute. I saw this on Janae Naylor, and she was wearing it in one of her recent videos. And I just thought it was like so cool. Now, this is not, it doesn't say Chloe, but it does say, what does it say? I think it says bad girl. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that because I'm not looking at the pictures as I'm going through with you, but I'm going to post up the picture here. It is also from Jeffrey Campbell. And it's this same idea of the, you know, the big script print as a belt. And I just think it's really, really cool. And if you're okay with it saying bad girl, then perfect. I think it's really, really cute. Next one is my Amazon studded Kate dupe bag. I showed you this also in my last Friday haul, or what I got for the week last week. And it is this bag. So it is almost like identical. Apparently, from what I've been reading, I haven't seen the real one. From what I've been reading, though, the authentic Kate bag, or you know, the real one, is obviously it's real leather. This is not real leather, but it does have like the grains, so it tries to look like it, and I think it does a pretty good job. It is a little bit more slouchy. Obviously, this I think has a little more structure just because it's not natural leather, and yeah, so it holds its structure better. That could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on if you like unstructured bags or you like a more structured bag. But honestly, this is like it's a really great bag. And it is like literally identical. So unless you think this is a bag that you're going to want to have for like a million years to come and it's always going to be a staple in your collection, I personally would rather spend $50 than $3,000 or whatever I think it's like 3,500 or 3,000, maybe. Yeah, I think it's like 3,500, the actual Kate bag. So this one is really great. I recommend it. I will link it below. It's just a big opening here, and it has the slip pocket, and it has a zipper pocket on the other side. So recommend it, and I think that it's like the perfect dupe. Next one is the Kate studded belt. So same thing. I showed this to you guys last week, but I also wanted to show you now because it is the pretty much exact dupe of the Kate studded belt. This is just a simple studded belt, matches the bag perfectly. I want to say it was like $21 or something like that. And it is just really, really nice belt. I don't wear belts enough, in my opinion, to spend the money at this point on designer belts. It's just not something that I wear on a regular basis, so it really doesn't make sense to me. So for me, I like to have like one or two in my drawer in case I want to wear a belt, because even when I wear jeans or pants with belt loops, I don't usually wear belts unless unless they're too big for me. So anyway, yeah. So for me, it doesn't really make any sense. For other people, they love a belt and they need one and they think that it, you know, it pulls the outfit together. This one has the little silver tip and little silver buckle. It comes in a variety of different colors as well. I want to say I know that it's in black and gold. I know it comes in brown. I believe it comes in like a burgundy also. So there's a lot of different options for that belt. So you can either get a few. I think that they have like a bundle deal on Amazon, all that stuff. I'll link it below so you will see that. Next one. I know I'm just speeding, guys, because we are like 3 minutes away from complete nightfall over here. All right. Next one is the Christian Louboutin ballet heel. So these are so gorgeous. I mean, like when I saw them, I was like, I don't wear heels. So for me, it was like, I'm really never going to wear this. Sorry, I'm pulling them over here so I can show you. I don't wear heels, so it's not something that really makes sense for me to get the Christian Louboutin versions at all. Plus, I find Christian Louboutins to be extremely uncomfortable, like beyond uncomfortable. I haven't had many pairs. I've actually, every pair that I've had, I've ended up returning or selling. I thought that even the ones that people say are comfortable, for me, they're not comfortable at all. So I'm trying to not even look in that direction anymore because it just doesn't make sense for me. I got two different pairs. So I found two different dupes, and I will say that my friend, another YouTuber, I'll link her channel below. This is Coy Style, and I think it's Mrs. It might be Miss Coy Style, but I think it's Mrs. Anyway, she actually had this posted on her, I think she had it in her like YouTube, like community posts or whatever. And I think she did it on Instagram also. And it was the Amazon version of the heel. Now, I went on there initially when she posted the information, and the shipping time was like all the way into March. Now it's, you know, the end of January, and it was all the way into March, so I didn't want to wait. So I found another pair. Jeffrey Campbell has another pair. They didn't have any of my, like, not even a size close. And then something told me to check it out again, and I guess somebody had returned a pair or whatever. So a pair showed up in my size, and I ordered them right away. And then the next day, I was back on Amazon, and it actually said that I guess they had gotten a shipment or whatever to like my local Amazon fulfillment center, and I was able to order one of the colors overnighted. So now I have two pairs. I'm going to decide which ones for me that I want to keep. I'll tell you the different prices and stuff. Amazon is the cheaper option, and I actually think that they are cuter. Yeah, but I'll show you both, and I don't know which one I'm going to keep yet. But I got the Amazon. This is the Amazon version. There is no name. It's just like literally no name. And I think this is the closer dupe. Again, I don't have the pictures in front of me because I film on my phone, so I can't just like look it up here. Oh, my animals. But this is the Amazon version. It is very comfortable. Heel height, I want to say this is about 3.5 inches. So a long ribbon or lace is usually important for me because I have thick calves. So I want it to wrap around like multiple times and tie in the back. So this one, tried it on. It is very comfortable actually, and I don't think heels are comfortable. Now, it's not like none of this is like a walking heel for me. Like, I'm not going to be walking in this and like, you know, spending a day in these, but I can definitely get from the car to the restaurant and from the restaurant back to the car in these. So it does have like the same like point toe, and yeah. So these are super cute. I'll just show you guys the pair. And these run true to size. I am a 9. I bought a 9 and they fit perfectly. These are like 60, I think they were like $62. So I think that these are, you know, if this is something that you just want to wear, like you're going to wear like 3 times, you know, and that's going to be like the end of the story, I would go for the Amazon version personally. The Jeffrey Campbell version, I want to say this one was maybe around 170. So it is also the pink. It is a pump though, so it doesn't have the open back the way that the Amazon version did. And I feel like the heel is a little bit lower. My foot arches more in this version for some reason, just kind of like the way it's shaped. These are very low, so my arch is like really high. They're also actually very comfortable. I was reading the reviews. It said that they were like very small. I didn't think so. They run true to size for me, at least. And they are a little bit of a darker color. So I think that Jeffrey Campbell definitely tried harder to not be exactly like the Christian Louboutins. And I think that the Amazon version is more like trying to be an exact dupe. Now, neither one of them have the red bottoms, but that the style is, I think, more similar with the Amazon. These are just like an inspired version. So I don't know, the Amazon ones feel a little bit more wobbly to me. but am I going to wear them enough that that's going to make a difference? I don't know, but I definitely feel like these are more stable, maybe because they have the back. But for $100 less just to get the style of it, you know, I think that the Amazon, for me, those are the ones I'm probably going to keep. I think. And these, it seems like, so actually, let me show you this. This shoe, it is like the ribbon is down here. So if you don't want the ribbon, you can remove it and no big deal. So you can wear them one, you know, either way. I like that because I think that we all know, especially with these satin, you know, the satin ones, they're going to be falling around your ankles. I mean, definitely, you know, that is always what happens with like lace up shoes anyway. As you walk, they kind of fall down and it's hard to keep them up. So I think that's a good option because the other ones, the way that I mean, you could also remove these. However, your foot is probably not staying in there if you remove them, like, because there's no other way to hold on the shoe. And you have this little piece that comes up or whatever. So while the Jeffrey Campbells are definitely like a convertible option versus the Amazon ones, which are like you just kind of have to wear them that way, because I don't think the other way is going to hold onto your foot at all. I think it's going to be a problem. So those are the two options. Honestly, both of them are very good options. I will link them both below. Both also have multiple colors. So it comes in black, it comes in red, it might come in some other colors, but definitely black, red, and ballet pink color are available in all three, both of those options. Okay, two more because we're working against the clock here. All right, the next one is the Alaia flat. So I put them up here. I really, really love these shoes. Amazon has a ton of dupes in like every version of Alaia flat that you can think of. But when I saw this, I mean, I actually have some other versions of them that I wear all the time from Amazon, which I like a lot. I bought the real ones at some point and they just weren't that comfortable for me and not worth $1,100 in my opinion. So I returned them and I got the Amazon version, and there's like literally no difference. It's just that they're not real leather, and that's fine for me personally. This version is with the little balls all over it. They have a red and they have a black. I got the black just because the red version, I should have gotten the red. Honestly, I should have gotten the red. However, I like the Alaia red version better just because the color is like this really nice, like almost like a neon reddish color. I don't know how you would describe it, but I like it better than the Jeffrey Campbell version. This one is just black. I was like, okay, black is, you know, you can't go wrong with black in terms of like, they're black, this black, it's the same black. They're just almost an exact copy of the Alaia version. These, I want to say, were about 160, 170 also. I will link them below. They came from Nordstrom. And yeah, I just think these are so cute. I love this Mary Jane situation. I think that these are going to go with a lot of things and way better than spending $1,100, $1,200 on a pair of flats that I don't know if we're at the end of this Mary Jane trend anyway, you know? And while like, I don't, you know, I talk a lot about trends and stuff, and I'm not one to stop wearing something if I don't, you know, just because it's like not in fashion or whatever. But at some point things do look dated, you know what I mean? And so I think there's like, you have a run with it and then you stop wearing it as much. It's just kind of like the way that the trend cycle goes. So with these, I feel like we've been seeing Mary Janes for quite a few seasons at this point. And I really don't know how much longer they have, like how much more staying power they have. Not ready to invest $1,100 at the tail end of this trend. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's that. So that one's a really good one. I'm going to link it below. I think it's great. Next one. Actually, the next two. So the next two, I don't have either version because either the shipping on the dupe was going to take too long or whatever. The teckle bag from Alaia. Now we've been seeing this east-west, like exaggerated east-west, you know, silhouette for a little, like, definitely it's big for this season, and we've been seeing it like creeping in over the last like year or so. The teckle bag, I think, is absolutely beautiful. Actually, I really, really like it. I like the teckle clutch a lot, but it's kind of a little bit of a simple bag for me, and not something that I would necessarily spend, you know, $2,500 on or whatever. So I went on Amazon, of course, and I found this version. So this is a little bit of a wait at this moment to get it into your hands, but I think that it is really, really similar. It doesn't say Alaia on it, obviously, but I think it's similar enough that it gets the job done, and has the same silhouette, and you're able to kind of, you know, get in on the trend without spending a ton of money. So especially on something so trendy, I really find that like the exaggerated East-West trend is absolutely a trend. We've seen it come around, obviously it's a very Y2K trend. It's not going to be here forever. At some point it's going to look dated. So in my opinion, I think that it's a great option to be able to get this one specifically in a dupe version. Next one is the Margaux. Now, I had a whole conversation in my last video about the Margaux and just that I wouldn't purchase it directly from the store. I wouldn't even purchase it like on the after, the resale market, because I think that the price is so outrageous. But there's a million dupes on Amazon now, so I'm going to link a few. I do think it's a great bag. I really, really think it's a beautiful bag. Now, if I could find, this bag at some point for under $2,000, would I buy it? Maybe. I mean, it's a little boring for my taste, but I think it's a beautiful bag. So there's a possibility if there was like a color that I was really into. But for $7,000, $6,000, definitely, absolutely, 300% no. So the Amazon version is, I think, good for like lugging it around for work. All your stuff is going to fit in it. It does the job. It is ridiculously less. It's so much less than the original version. So I think it's worth it. And last but not least, so I have the real version of this. So these are my Loro Piana like Summerwalk loafers. I have them in a ton of colors. I just wanted to bring them out in this color because I believe the picture that I have, again, I took these a few days ago, so it's hard for me to remember, but I believe the picture that I have of the dupe version is in the same color. So whether you get them real or the dupe version, either way, I think that you'll, if this is like your style, you'll get a ton of use out of them. The summer walks specifically, the Loro Piana version, are extremely, extremely comfortable. I have like 6 pairs of them. It's like walking on clouds. I'll be honest though, I purchased all of my Loro Pianas in size 40, and they're very soft suede. I should have gone with a 39.5, honestly, just because they will stretch out a little bit. And since I've lost so much weight, I've actually like lost a little bit from my feet, I think. And they're a little bit big on me. And so that's why I haven't been reaching for them as much as I used to, especially because now that I'm in Florida, like I get nervous that I'm going to be stuck in the rain with them. And what am I going to do? I think I purchased them all when I was in Arizona, and it's very dry there. So like there's no concern, obviously, wearing suede. But now there is for me. So I get a little nervous about it. But they are extremely beautiful and functional. I mean, obviously they're functional, but like they're definitely like an everyday shoe. So if you're not like a sneakers person but you want like a comfortable shoe that is going to you're going to be able to wear them all day and they look beautiful, I say go with the Loro Pianas, whether they're the real version or the dupe version. The dupe version that I'm going to post up here is almost identical. Now, obviously, is it going to be the same butter soft suede? No. I did purchase a pair last year for my friend for like Christmas or whatever, because she loved the shoe and whatever. So I purchased a pair for her. I can tell you firsthand that they're similar enough, and the version that I purchased, like they were extremely comfortable. We have the same size foot. I tried them on. They're extremely comfortable. Also, they're not as soft. They're not as like lightweight, but they're extremely comfortable and they look really great. I think that they look really good. I think that they nail the look. They look almost exact. So yeah, nobody would know, and you get the look for a lot less. Okay, guys, whew, that was quick. That felt like I was in a race. All right, I'm almost out of light, so I'm going to sign off here. Thank you for watching. My next video won't be as rushed. I will see you guys in the next one. Remember, if you aren't following me, if you aren't subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. It means the world to me. It's free for you, but for me, it feels like $1,000,000. So I would really appreciate it. Also, if you could give this a thumbs up if you liked it, I would appreciate that too. It kind of helps the algorithm and lets YouTube know that people are enjoying my content. So that would be appreciated. And that's it. I'm going to leave another video here so that if you're not done with me yet, you can watch another one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.